A Houthi military spokesman has confirmed to Al Jazeera that their fighters in Yemen have attacked a ship owned by an Israeli businessman in the southern Red Sea. At least 22 people are on board the Galaxy Leader, which was en route from Turkey to India. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has condemned what he described as an Iranian attack. Well, the Galaxy Leader is sailing under the flag of the Bahamas. Ship tracking agencies showed it travelling in the Red Sea on Saturday, but they haven't received any location signals since the ship passed southern Saudi Arabia. The Houthis are threatening to take further military action. We're joined now by Rory Challands. He's in occupied East Jerusalem for us. And Rory, we'll talk about the ship in just a moment. First, the Israeli military has released a video. It says are tunnels under the Al-Shifa hospital in Gaza City. Tell us what more we know about that.
Yeah, the Israeli military claims that it has uncovered a 55-metre long, 10-metre deep tunnel going, as you said, under the hospital of Al-Shifa, that focus of so much of our attention at the moment. Now, what does this video show? Well, actually, it's two videos that have been spliced together into a longer edit. The first part of the video, taken by a drone, shows this drone flying vertically down some sort of reinforced concrete shaft with a winding staircase. It goes down several metres. Then there's an edit in the video, and what you get next is footage, seemingly handheld, taken in a much more narrow, rudimentary underground passage, moving around a couple of bends and ending at a metal door with an aperture in it. And the Israelis say that this is a Hamas blast door with a firing hole for them to shoot out of, essentially. Now, what are the Israelis doing here? Well, clearly, they are continuing to try to convince us, to convince the world, to convince Israelis that Al-Shifa was being used by Hamas as they put it, terrorist infrastructure. And this video is part of that effort. They're also, a subtext of that, I think, trying to show people that the north of Gaza is essentially now in a kind of mopping up operation. Victory, it hasn't been declared, but they are showing to us that it has effectively been achieved. And that means that they are trying to refocus attention on the south of Gaza, with perhaps Khan Yunis being next in the crosshairs. But there are many people inside Israel as well who are looking at this new evidence and still thinking that it's not convincing enough, certainly not convincing of a command and control Hamas centre under Al-Shifa.
OK, and also Israel's not able to fully focus on Gaza. It's got other fronts that it's fighting as well. What are they saying about this ship that's been hijacked by Yemeni Houthis?
Yeah, well, this hijacking is being seen in Israel by the Israeli government, by the Israeli military, along with these continuing exchanges of fire on the northern border with Lebanon, Lebanon and Hezbollah inside Lebanon, as basically Iran moving its players in the region. Now, I can read you a couple of quotes from, first of all, the Prime Minister's office about the ship hijacking. This is another act of Iranian terrorism, which expresses a leap forward in Iran's aggression against the citizens of the free world and creates international implications regarding the security of global shipping lanes. This from the Israeli military. It's a very serious incident at the global level, an Iranian act of terror. Now, to differing degrees, Hamas, Hezbollah, and the Houthis all have links, financial, military, political, with Iran. Now, they all say that they are operationally independent organisations, but the Israelis certainly don't want a wider regional conflict at the moment. They don't want a wider conflict with Iran. So they are trying to keep the conflict with Hezbollah and the conflict with the Houthis within kind of manageable parameters. The danger, of course, being that this is a highly combustible situation. Any one of these actors could make a mistake at any point which tips things over into a wider regional conflict. There's a lot of international mediation going on to try to keep that possibility as remote as possible.
OK, Rory Challands bringing us the latest there from occupied East Jerusalem. Thanks very much, Rory.